Welcome everybody to the next video. This time we're gonna have a Q&A. We're probably gonna talk about Dota and probably about my personal stuff as well. Depends what questions are there. And let's just get into it. Alright, the first question is from Committed. How important is it to push lanes and how to play with cores that want to farm? This question is a little bit tricky. It is very important to push lanes, yes. And I'm gonna show you an example what you need to do. It is very hard to explain in like 30 to 40 seconds, but I'm gonna try my best. As you can see, my DP is getting going on bottom. I'm TPing on the Tiny to my bottom tower and trying to help her. That's like the only thing I'm doing right now. I'm still watching her. I saw she died. That basically means I'm already too late. I can't do much anymore. But instead of like running to your team again, just stay on the lane and farm. A lot of people, whenever something bad happens, they start to like group together. But if something bad happens and you don't know what to do, you can just basically AFK hit creeps for a while, and whenever your team is like respawned fully, you can go back and like smoke together or like take a fight together. But you need your farm, especially with heroes that need like Blink Dagger, Force Staff, Glimmer Cape, any hero that like needs farm, especially on supports. Just take your time and farm like I do in this situation right there. I'm farming bottom, I'm still looking at my team, whatever they're doing middle. And whenever I see a moment, like right now, I'm just instantly running to my teammates. Like that, you need to be open to like still connect to the team fights and fight with your team. Don't be AFK completely. Still AFK farm on the lane, but look at your teammates and play together with them sometimes. Connect if you see a moment, and if you don't, then just AFK farm and get your items and timings. Alright, the next question is from Coyote. What is the best way to escape truly low MMR play? Or like, let's say MMR. I find it easier to play carry, to climb out of a herald, etc. because it can be hard to have sufficient impact as support, but I like support and I want to be good at it. I mean, the answer on this question is like not that simple, because it is easier to play as a core and probably easier to grind MMR, yes, just because you have more impact in the game. Like, I'm not saying you don't have any impact or you have less impact as a support, you can have the same impact. But the chances are way higher to do more as a core instead of a support. And that's the reason why everybody's saying, yo, if you wanna grind MMR, play core. But in reality, it is a personal preference. Whatever makes you happy and whatever makes you feel better and good, you should keep doing. Like, don't force yourself on playing core if you are fully a support player. At the end, it will not have a good result, and maybe you play even worse because you're trying to learn a new like position and you need some time to like adapt to it, and you're gonna like struggle quite a lot. For example, I can play middle, I can play position 3, position 4, and position 5. But I'm like trying to avoid position 1. And just because I can feel that my position 1 skill is so much lower than anybody else, and compared to my other positions. So just play whatever you are good at, and what makes you feel good and makes you feel happy. That's basically it. Alright, the next question is from Hosey. General Dota question, what's your favorite change in the last year? I'm not going to look it up, but I think the new map was like 9 to 10 months ago. It is a tough call. Like, I think everything that they changed is good because it gives like a new experience. But I'll be honest, I think the coolest change was probably Aghanim Shard. Like, just having like a small budget Aghanims as a shard that is like very cheap and everybody can buy it, even the supports. It's just a cool idea, and it fits the game very good, and it gives like more variety to the game. And it gives like power spikes to supports quite a lot as well. Like, for example, some heroes like Rubik, Lion have a very strong power spike around the shard. And whenever they get the shard, they feel so much stronger and so much better. And that's what I like the most. Whenever the support's getting like a small benefit as well, and an item that is like not super overpriced and you can easily get on any hero and any role. Another question from Hosin is basically, what do you try to do before rotating to keep the offlaner alive? Also, which offlane heroes are easiest, safest to leave alone right at level 3/6? Okay, that is very straightforward and very easy to understand. In the situation you can see right now on the screen, you see myself leaving for the action rune because it's 5:43. I'm telling my DP they probably pulled a small camp, as you can see with the ping on the minimap. But the only reason why I'm leaving here right now is basically because the wave is here. Like the DP is super safe, nobody can touch her right now. And if they want to touch her, they probably will die because DP is super tanky and she's not gonna die. Like she's gonna die if she fucks up. Other than that, she's gonna be fine. But you need to make sure that the wave is in this position. And how to make this work? You either pull the big camp at like 5:20, like 5 minutes and 20 seconds, or you pull like this wave over there and you put it in front of your tower. And whenever this happens, you are fully free to do whatever you want. I even place a sentry to check if they have a ward and see me. They don't. Then I just literally go for the action rune. I see the Venge. All good. I take some middle experience and I'm happy. So you need to always make sure the wave is in a good position so your offlaner cannot die the easiest way. Alright, the next question is from BB Doggo. For support heroes that like to start with Circlets or Circlet, should they build into a Wraith Band or a Bracer later on? Or should the Circlet be sold later to help pay for other items? I would say it depends. My personal preference is I'm always like selling the Circlets because I'm not building into the Bracer most of the time. But if you want to, you can definitely go for it. But I will definitely recommend you as well, go for bracers. Don't go for Wraith Bands as a support. Most of the time, the bracers are just so much better because you're getting a lot of HP and you can tank up quite a lot. Like it's always like, I would say it's a hard decision to make, but I would always go for the bracer because you're getting so much strength later on as well, and they're just better for the later on game. Wraith Bands are only cool if you have a hero already that has high HP and you just want some armor. Then Wraith Bands are great. But other than that, if you're playing a squishy hero, like Witch Dog, Maiden, or whatever, definitely go for the Bracer. And if you don't want to go for the like Bracer or Wraith Band at all, just sell the Circlet at some point. Whenever you have too many slots, just sell the item, that's it. Alright, the next question is from Liam. Is there a hero you wish you could play, but you just can't? I would say no, because I can basically play any hero I want, probably just not on the same level. Like I would say my worst heroes are basically heroes that need to micro quite a lot. Like I'm super bad at Brood, I'm super bad at Laundred, I'm super bad at Meepo, but other than that, I feel very comfortable on most of the heroes. If you give me like 10 to like 20 practice games, I get used to the hero, I like slowly understand it, and then I'm like super comfort. But like overall, I'm super happy with my hero pool, and I don't really care what kind of hero I'm playing. Sometimes I'm even randoming and just playing whatever I want to, so the only thing I do not like, and I'm just super bad at it, is microing. But that's actually it, in my opinion. And another question from him, I'm a Visage enjoyer. I had success with him as a support, but get flamed a lot for picking it. Is it really that bad? I would say Visage is definitely not a great hero right now. Maybe on the mid lane, but or like on the offlane obviously, but like overall I would say this hero is like not really made for support currently. And overall the state of Visage is like kind of like 50-50 as well. I don't see so much Visage. Sometimes I see him and he feels like okay, but he's definitely not overpowered. And whenever people start flaming you, just mute them and show them that you can dominate or like destroy the enemies. And whenever they see this, they will get like, yo, this guy's actually good, or this hero is good, and then they will like not flame you anymore. And if they do, mute them, bye bye, and yeah, easy. Just don't listen to other people. It's time waste, and you're just losing your own time, your own nerves, and it's just not useful for your game. All right, the next question is from Alex Fernando, 6203. I like that name. Were you hard stuck at some point? What did you do to climb again? Yes. I'm basically hard stuck right now. Like I'm between like 9.5 and 9.9k MMR for like a year or maybe even 1.5. But even before that, I was like super stuck sometimes. But this is completely normal. Like you have these times where you are very stuck at the MMR, and this is gonna be like over and over and over again. I remembered back in the day, I was hard stuck at 6k MMR, then I was like hard stuck at 7k MMR for a while, and then I was like hard stuck at 8k MMR for a while. I dropped up, I dropped down, like everything happened. You are basically always will stuck at some point, and you will feel whenever you play more and you're getting better and better and more disciplined, You will start grinding again, then you will drop a little bit again, then you grind even more. It's like an up and down. So obviously everybody was stuck at some point, but at some point you're also gonna break through. So just keep trying, keep grinding, and you will have your goal at some point in your life. The next question is from Bilgan. 883. I feel like Dota MMR is rigged. Why is it that most players have the same amount of wins and losses? I don't think it is rigged. It is basically that Dota is kind of very balanced right now, and in a competitive game, it's always like that. Like people will be around 50% win rate. Otherwise, it wouldn't be very weird. If you have like accounts that have like 70% win rate, it is usually not normal. So it is kind of like in anything, in real life, in Dota, in the game, in any game, it is a forced 50-50. And most of the time, people are between like 51 and 55% win rate. And if you are 55 or like even higher already, it is super good, especially if you have like, let's say 20k plus games. So in my opinion, this is kind of normal. I don't know, a lot of people are saying this is a forced 50-50 system or something behind that. I don't think that. It is just like normal for any competitive game. All right, the next question, Merbauer. 2060. KDA, GPM, APM, damage received, support, gold spent, hours of Dota, etc. Which KPIs do actually matter? Or do they at all? In my opinion, statistics are very cool and nice, but I would say no, they don't matter. Like you can look at them and you can think about them, yes. But if you just want to prove other people or if you want to prove yourself, just do whatever you want and try it out and you will see if it works or if it doesn't work. And it doesn't have to be like anything about win rate. For example, I've tried a lot of Winter Wyvern, and Winter Wyvern is like one of the best heroes right now, and everybody plays it and is like owning with this hero. And if I just look at my win rate in the last like 10 games, it is horrendously horrible. Because I'm not good at this hero and I don't feel comfortable at all. Maybe I will at some point, but like whenever I play this hero, I feel like I'm already lost the game. So stats are stats. And in my opinion, they're like not completely useless, obviously, but like I would not think too much about them. Because at the end, you are the person that will decide what is good, what is bad, what works, and what doesn't work. Next question is Brecton. When do you go Maelstrom versus Deso on heroes like Weaver? I would say it is a personal preference, first of all, but I also I need to add up a point that it depends against what you are playing. For example, if you play against an illusion hero, I would definitely go for the Maelstrom. But if you have a team that is like very fast paced and you can push a lot and you have a lot of damage, then I would decide for the Desolator. Like it's always like a personal preference and it depends on the game, how it's going, if you're stomping them, if you're like losing, if you want to farm a lot, if you play against illusion heroes, whatever. It's always like you need to decide it in the game and you need to get a feeling about it. For example, if you stomp the lane and you have an insanely good game, then I would definitely consider the Desolator. But if you just want to chill, you play against an illusion hero and you want to farm, your lane was like pretty bad, then I would definitely go for the Maelstrom. Like it's just like personal preference and depends on the game. All right, the next question is from Fafa. Which one do you think weights more, character mastery or playing what's most meta? I would say character mastery. Like meta is always a copy of somebody that is a master or like a master of a hero basically. Or he just tried something and people realize, yo, this is good. Like in order to like, let's say, find out something new that works very well and you can abuse it quite a lot, you need to master a hero at some point. And I think this is like the best thing you can do. Like I don't know how many heroes on like level 30 or like level 25. But when I had like Dota Plus, I think I had like 8 heroes on level 30 or like 7. And I feel very, very comfortable on all of these heroes. And in my opinion, I have the most win rate with these heroes, are around like all of my other heroes compared. So I definitely think character mastery. Like if you play a hero that's super well, you will always be better than the meta. Like in 80% of the times. If I compare the meta against like 5 people that have like 10,000 games on like 5 heroes or like 1 hero, most of the time the hero spammers will actually destroy the meta. Just because they have such a mechanic high skill that they are outplaying everybody. Alright, the next question is from Rich, my man. Who's your favorite pro player to play with? Which early pro players inspired your playstyle when you were learning and grinding? I'll be honest, I've never watched competitive gameplays when I was like grinding MMR. Like I think until I got like 8k MMR or something, I did not care about like pro Dota at all. Like I just didn't care. I think my first TI I've seen was maybe 2017 or 2018. I can't remember. Like this was like the first TI I've watched, and at this point I think I was already like 8k or 7k MMR. But when I grinded from like 1 to like let's say 7k MMR, I literally never watched competitive Dota. And like I didn't even knew pro players. I just did my own thing and I did whatever I enjoyed and I liked the most, and at some point it worked out. And who's my most favorite player to play with, like as a pro? I would say Miracle. Not just because it's Miracle, but I like persons that play like Miracle basically because he's a person that says nothing. Like he just plays, he pings, like sometimes he talks, but like very rare. But you always know you can expect something from him. And whenever he needs or like he wants to do something, he's gonna like let you know. And he's never tilting or something else. So that's like kind of chill. Same as GH. It's like the same principle. He's super chill. He doesn't really talk much. And he just says whatever he wants to do. And he just does it and lets you know without tilting or anything else. And I like that. All right. Our next question is from Mickey7528. How do you farm effectively as a support? I usually find lowest or joint lowest net worth on my team as +4 even when I have a great game. I mean, the thing is, as a support, you usually want to farm the dead areas or you want to take the risk farm. For example, if you play in the map and you see a lane is getting not outpushed by your cores and they don't want to go there because it's very scary, and you play a hero that can like outpush this lane or like this wave from range, for example, Rubik, I don't know, Shadow Demon, maybe Lion even, you can just do it and TP there or like go there and outpush it by yourself. If it's a scary situation and your cores don't want to go there and you have the like possibility to go there, just take the farm and go there, or like just farm AFK as well. Like when your team doesn't want to do something, farm. You need to have the mindset like, okay guys, if you don't want to do something, let's hit creeps and let's see what happens. A lot of the times in my games as well, this is happening. Everybody's like AFK farming, nobody wants to do something, and I'm like, okay guys, let's farm. At some point, the enemy's gonna run into us and my teammates need to react. And then I have like 1 or 2 more items because I was just farming instead of like AFKing behind a core or like not doing anything. So definitely think about the farm and just do it. Like you will get a feeling at some point what is good farm for yourself and what is bad farm. What fucks up your cores and what does not. So just get your experience and try it out in your pubs and in your games. So yeah, but this was the last question, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna peace out for today. I wish everybody a good day and good luck in your pubs. Bye bye.